Welcome to McQueen's Body Shop. Today we're going to give you a safe and effective workout that you can do anywhere. All right, let's get started with some jumping jacks. So you want to connect the arms at the top. You can do low impact here if you have ankle issues, knee issues, or sometimes jumping jacks give people a headache. So if that's your situation, there's always the low impact. Land softly on the balls of the feet.
Your brain jostling around in your skull.
After this, we're gonna take it into windmills. So let's go for 8 more. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. You're gonna bring your hand to your opposite foot. You want your legs straight with a slight soft bend in the knees. And if you can't reach your toes, that's fine. You can come here, whatever feels good for you. We're still getting warm, so you might be a little bit tight in the back of your legs right now. Use the breath. Exhale to come up. After these, we're gonna go to our Heisman Shuffle. We don't have a lot of space, so we'll do what we can. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. So you're gonna shuffle, knee up, shuffle, knee up. So this is like a little skip in the middle, and then you're gonna bring your knee across your body. This is one of those ones where the less you think about it, the more naturally I think it'll come. You wanna, if you can, get that knee above the waist. And we're still just getting warm here. And then we're gonna do that again, right? So we're gonna go back to our jumping jacks. Let's go for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to those jacks. You wanna connect the hands at the top. Remember to breathe. Maybe pick up the pace a little bit. We should be feeling a little warmer now. I know I am. Whew. And after this, right back to those windmills. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down a little bit here. This can also make you feel a little bit dizzy, so just take it easy if you need to.
You can look forward, you know, if like looking down is making you feel like you're gonna pass out.
Definitely, they call that spotting in dance. Keep your eyes on the same spot, or else you get real dizzy. Let's just do 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Back to that Heisman Shuffle.
Try to cover some ground, everybody. We're just...
Yeah, we don't have a lot of ability to do that.
A little limited by space and camera.
Whew. And pick up the pace if you can. Like a little dance move. Cha-cha. So for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Jumping jacks last time. Here we go. Again, you always have that low impact option if you need. If you're taking that modification though, keep up the pace because you want to make sure you're still getting that workout in. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slow it down. Back to our windmills last time. Try to deepen your reach if you can. Really warm up those legs. It is going to be a leg heavy workout today, so I did it last week and I was sore for like 3 days. So yay. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Last time with that Heisman Shuffle. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys.
Picked up the pace for that. All right.
Take a few arm swings. Right over left, left over right. And grab that knee into the chest. Switch sides. We're just doing our nice, quick, dynamic stretch here. We don't want to hold the stretch too long because we're not at the end of our workout. So last one right here.
Important to do though, everybody, the beginning and the end.
Definitely. So flex that foot, bring the chest down towards that flexed toe. Keep switching sides. Let's do last one right here, and then we'll do our figure 4 stretch. So ankle over the opposite knee. You can gently push on that knee a little bit just to kind of deepen that. And last one right here. And grab your foot, point that knee down towards the ground, and switch it on up. Flex the foot if you want to deepen that stretch a little bit. Let's do 2 more. Last one right here. And take a pretend ball, throw it down in front of you. Get a nice little tricep stretch here. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Let's take a nice head circle. So drop that chin towards the chest and do a nice gentle circle. Let's do 1 more each direction. And come back to the center. Grab a sip if you need. You don't need anything but maybe a mat, and if you have a bench, a chair, a couch, something nearby, because it'll help with the workout in this next sequence. So
it'll help make things more painful, is what she means.
And it's just better for you. All right, welcome back. So why don't you take it into just some side hops at home, just to kind of keep that heart rate going while I explain what we'll be doing. So you're going to be doing a minute of an exercise on one side, followed by a pulse, okay? And so Mary's going to kind of show what that looks like, and then you can follow. I'll give modifications as needed. So what you're going to do is, if you have a bench or a chair, you want to get your foot back onto that bench or chair or couch or whatever it is. And then you want to make sure your leg is out away from the bench further than you might think, because when you come down, you want to make sure your knee is not going over your toe, okay? And we're taking it into some one-legged squats here, or lunges, I guess you could call these. And I've started my time, so a full minute here. So you want to make sure that you're not coming down like this as you bend into your lunge. You want to keep the chest lifted. Now, something you can do actually, if you want to make this a little harder, is reach up and down, up and down. It takes a lot of balance here. And you'll notice Mary's far enough away from the bench that her knee is staying nice and far back behind her toes. That's a very important thing to make note of when you're doing this exercise. If this is hurting your groin area or anything like that, you can come off of the bench or chair that you're on, and you can just take it into a regular lunge. Something else you can do, actually, if you have weights at home, I love doing this. Have a weight in that opposite hand as you come down. That'll add some resistance. You have 8 more seconds here, and then we're going to take it into our pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So stay down as low as you can, and we're pulsing it out. Full minute here. So breathe, okay? Try not to think too much about this. I know you're feeling it in those glutes and those hamstrings. This is a lot of work in that area. So just try to breathe through it. We're already 15 seconds in. Oh. Keep that chest lifted. Gaze is forward. And Mary is kind of angled out of the bench so you can see her better. You don't have to be angled like that. You can just come straight out of wherever you're at.
I wouldn't recommend it, the angling. It's a little challenging. I want you guys to see what's happening.
One, it just rained here too, so Mary was like slipping all over before we wanted to get a little practice round in. It didn't go that well, but we're more than halfway, you guys. Actually, you only have 15 more seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. Just breathe here. Get through this last part with you. Try not to pulse too much, right? You want it to be small, controlled. 3 more seconds, 2, 1. Nice job, you guys. Shake it out a little bit, and we're just gonna switch sides, whichever leg you didn't do the first time, and my timer is going. So now you should be on the other leg. Same format. We're doing the full lunge, and then we're gonna follow with a pulse, okay?
Quick note, everybody, make sure that when you're doing your lunge, you're on a ladder, okay? You're not on a tightrope, so I don't need my foot foot right behind this other foot. And then I have a very small kind of base, if you will. So you want your feet hip distance apart, and it gives you a little bit more to work with.
Exactly, thank you.
That was also my excuse for me to put my foot down for a second.
Get a little break in there.
Yeah.
You're more than halfway, you guys. Do these with you, yes, and add that reach down if you'd like. You wanna make sure your knee is coming to that nice 90-degree angle as you reach down. And again, you don't wanna hunch over. You wanna keep the back nice and straight as you come down. So you're kind of, it's gonna be more in the legs as opposed to the back, which is not what you want.
Glutes.
3 more seconds, you guys. 2 and 1. Now we're gonna pulse it out. Just like we did on the other side. Gaze is forward, use the breath. Again, if you have a weight or like a textbook or something, that really does make this workout significantly harder if you wanna add that resistance in there. After this, I'm just gonna show keep with your pulse, but then we're gonna go right after this into a minute of pop squats, which look like this. So you come up and then you're jumping, legs up to the side and back as you bring your chest and hands to the middle. So a full minute of that. We're really gonna burn out these glutes and hamstrings. You have 20 more seconds here. Keep it up with that pulse. And then quick as you can, transition right into those pop squats. And it'll actually, it hurts at first, but as you kind of work through it, it'll loosen up that area that we're making nice and tight right now. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come away from that bench and squat it out. And so if this impact is too much for you, you can step it out from side to side, right? Full minute here. This is our cardio. You got a cardio break just now. So we want to use this opportunity to get that heart rate up again. Okay? Gaze comes forward. You're not hunching over as you come down, right? You are, again, keeping that back nice and flat. Bringing the arms right into the center of the legs. And again, it does help to keep your gaze forward as you come down to prevent the rounding in the back. Almost there, you guys. You have 15 more seconds. Keep it up, Mary. And everybody at home or work or wherever you are. Almost there. Then we get a water break. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Whew. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water and meet us back here. All right, we're back. So same format. Let's just get right into it. I'm gonna start my time and we're doing a side lunge, okay? So like I said, this is the same format as before. So we're doing a minute on this side followed by a pulse, and then we're gonna switch sides. So full minute here. Now, if you'd like an extra challenge, you don't have to put your foot down as you come back, okay? You can kind of leave it up, and that adds an extra balance into the pose, okay? So Mary's showing you the side angle. So as you can see, she's really stepping her glute back, okay, behind her, keeping her back flat, okay? So it's not like a side squat, really. It's a big, deep step, and you really keep that glute back behind you. And then again, of course, making sure that the knee doesn't go over the toe. 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna change it into our pulse. Same side, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Stay down low. Keep it in that squat. The lower you can get, the harder this is gonna work. And again, it's not a big pulse. It's a nice, little, subtle pulse. It's gonna actually be more of a challenge than if you were to increase that distance, okay? So use the breath here. And this is another one too, where if you have a weight at home and you come into that lunge with the weight in the opposite hand, it's an excellent added resistance. We're halfway through this pulse, and then again, we're just gonna switch sides. Use the breath here again. And like I said, not a huge pulse. You might not even really be able to see it. You can see us a little bit, of course, but that's just how subtle it is. We've got about 10 more seconds. Keep it up, you guys. You can also feel this a little bit in your obliques, which I like. 3, 2, and 1. Right back to center. And here we go, left side. Or whichever side you haven't done yet. You don't always have to do the same side as us, just as long as you get the same workout in. And again, you can raise that knee in the middle. Add that extra challenge in the balance pose. But again, as you come down, so you're not like stomping down, right? You're coming, it's a nice, soft landing.
I hope it's sounding like that.
30 more seconds here. Flat back, gaze is forward, okay? 20 more seconds. Again, very important to make sure that that knee is behind the toe. I was watching a workout video today for Ideas, and her form was just, her knee was all over her toe. I had a hard time watching it even. 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Land down here. Safe, effective, full body. Something I also wanted to add is that these are functional workouts, right? So they help you, not only do they make you feel great, look great, but they help you with just day-to-day activities and, you know, whatever it takes for you to just live your normal life. So
moving better. And that's why I like all of this lateral stuff. Actually, in a lot of workouts, you get so much of the front to back, and that's just not really how we move in our daily life. We're like running after something, kneeling, standing.
Oh, definitely. Yes, reaching up, squatting down, moving everything around, twisting. 10 more seconds here, you guys. Use your breath. Stay with us.
I'm just talking to distract us.
And then we're gonna go back to those pop squats for a minute. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Oh, we're doing opposite. Looks like a seesaw. So again, full minute here. Use the breath. Come down as low as you can, okay? So if you're coming here, that's fine. I don't want you to, you know, what's the word? Hunch. Jack yourself up. Whew. Stay with us here. We get another little break after this, and then we're gonna get to the second half of our workout. Whew.
You will need your mat and your band for hands. So get that.
Have those ready. We're almost there, you guys. Again, you get a break after this, so make this nice and fast and efficient. Whew. Less than 10 seconds. Whew. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Whew, those are tiring. Grab a sip, grab your band with the handles, meet us back here. All right, second half of the workout. Here we go. So make sure, again, you have your band with the handles. And we're gonna start, I have a minute, I'm gonna get going right now. And so Mary is doing a squat with an overhead press. So as you can see, she's holding the one handle right by her side. She's holding that bicep hold. And so she has less band on that side, more band on the other side. So she squats, brings the band overhead like this, okay? So every time you come up, it's that reach. So this is a full minute. We're already more than 20 seconds in. Use the breath. So every time you come up here, you exhale. Inhale to come down and exhale. Again, as we come down, knees are behind the toes. I want perfect form from all of you, all right? So if it helps to look in a mirror or something like that, please do so you can see what this looks like, all right? Flat back, booty is back, everything is back like you're about to sit down in a chair, okay? Weight is in the heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes every time you come down into that squat, okay? 5 more seconds here. And switch sides, 3, 2, and 1. So step, again, you're just stepping over into this side. It's hard. So the plan was to do that for 30 seconds, and instead you're doing it for a minute. So
I knew it.
a full minute. Mary got like really, she was happy, and then her hopes were dashed. See, because you guys didn't even know that was the plan. She did, so it's worse for her.
Changing it up on me, I like it.
And so don't jack up your midsection to get the arm overhead, okay? If you feel your form falling apart, just take a quick break and try to get right back into it, okay? Because this is a very hard movement, as Mary is now, you know, experiencing. And so are you at home or wherever you are. Squat, full press, exhale every time you come up. Maybe you have 2 levels of bands, and so you can go down to the less resistance 2 and 1. Now hold the band right here at a 90-degree angle and pulse it out. Full minute here. Little pulses, tiny pulses. Again, you're not in a squat or anything, but your knees are soft. Okay, so you want to have that give a little bit. Just these little pulses. I'm sorry, I should have done this with you, but it's hard for me to hold my phone at the same time with our timer.
Just fine.
Stay with it, you guys. Stay with that breath. After this, we're going to go into mountain climbers for a minute. That's going to be our cardio for this set. The break. And then right back into arms. Little pulses.
We got it, everybody.
Almost there. Keep it up. Soft stance. Back is straight. Chest is lifted.
Shoulder rolls.
I was like, we did? We're almost there, you guys. 8 more seconds. Keep it up. Use the breath, and then you can drop that band right into mountain climbers. 3, 2, and 1. So Mary's gonna show full mountain, or you want me to show full mountain climber? The minute is going, you guys, so get into it. You can see Mary's back is nice and flat. The modification is here. This is what I'm doing. If you have wrist issues, if this is too much. Mary's taking a little break. Feel free to come into child's pose if you need to. You know, we don't want to sacrifice form. But you can see the level of her back isn't changing, right? It's not hiking up every time she brings her knees in. That's important. So stay there with that, nice and low. Again, look in the mirror if you need to. Okay? Keep it up. Exhale as you bring the knees into the chest. Pick up the pace if you can. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Take a brief child's pose. Shake it out. Grab that handle band. Next set is gonna start, so we're doing skier arms. So you're gonna, if you have 2 bands, you could go to less resistance. So you're here, my time has started. And so you're stepping into your band. Both back sides of the hand are facing forward as you do this, okay? So little breath here. You're not twisting, right? You're not twisting. You're staying facing forward. The only thing moving are those arms. They should be straight.
And make sure you guys are pressing back just as much as you're pulling forward. So it's not just a one-arm raise. You're getting the triceps.
Exactly. Both arms are getting it every time they come up in each direction. And then after this, we're going to pulse. It will only be 30 seconds each side, okay? It won't be a minute. And you don't want your wrists doing this as you come up. They should be flat, or else that causes wrist issues if you're letting your wrist bend as you bring it up. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Stay one side and pulse it out, just like this, little pulses. I can go faster because I don't have a band. And after,
It's hard though, even without a band.
yeah, I can feel it especially in my tricep.
Yeah.
15 more seconds, and then we'll switch and pulse the other way. Use the breath, stay centered, suck in those abdominals to keep you in one nice line. 5 more seconds here. Same side, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides, pulses other way. And again, like Mary said, try to have as much force in that back arm as you have in that front arm. And again, no wrist bending. You want a straight wrist, one nice line all the way from the shoulder to the knuckles, okay? And then more mountain climbers after this. You only have 10 more seconds. Keep it up, little pulses, and then we get our cardio again. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that band, get on your mat. Or if you're like me, you're doing the standing mountain climbers. Those are significantly harder though. So please, if you can, do them, push yourself. Not to injury, of course, but you know, to what's a challenge. You want to challenge yourself. I just thought of you not moving again after that. Keep it up, you guys. Breath. And yeah, you can slow it down a little bit here to keep your form. But sometimes it's actually helpful to just like really run through and get it out of there. Les, you're more than halfway through this. And then we have one more little set of exercises that we'll do, and then it'll be mat work. So keep it up, Mary. You got it. After this, you will need your band again. 10 more seconds. Come on. We're with you. We're with you. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Take it back into that child's pose again if you would like. Grab your loop band. And we're going to be doing, handle band. So you're going to be holding your band like this in either hand, and you're going to be doing a side step, okay, into a squat. And you're pulling your arms out as you come down to each side, okay? Time has started. So again, you get nice and wide back to center. We're switching sides each time, full minute. And again, you want a nice, I'm gonna call it a pretty squat, okay? So again, like I said, great form. Knee is behind the toes, booty is back is flat, eyes are forward, all the good stuff. Making sure that as you extend the arms in each direction, that band gets nice and taut, okay? You wanna be...
Side lunge, sorry. You are bending both knees. Different from that first round.
Indeed. So yeah, as you come to each side, it should look like a squat, right? Should look like a nice full squat, way more than halfway. Keep it up, you guys. After this, you're gonna drop your band and pulse the arms, okay? I have to get in line with you. Synchronized. I like it to be synchronized. Arms are straight, okay? As you come out, 3 more seconds, 2, and 1. Drop that band, come into a plie squat, and pulsing the arms up and down. Full minute here. So this is unlike a regular squat. In the plie squat, our knees and our toes come out at an angle this way, okay? But don't bring your knees in. You want them in line with your toes. You want your chest lifted, okay? So no coming here. You want, pretend like there's a wall on either side of your body and it's pressing you into this kind of paper thin form if you were to look at yourself from the side, okay? Less than 30 seconds. And then last set of mountain climbers. And then we're done with the main part of the workout.
It's not like, Oh, I've seen it.
Like a bird.
Shoulders down, nice and straight. So you can think about kind of pulling up on your elbow and then you're gonna have triceps engaged.
5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Mountain climbers. Last time, Mary. You got it. I can switch with you if you want. But she wants to feel the burn that you guys are feeling. Almost. This is the last set of mountain climbers. So just think about that, all right? The last time you'll have to do this today. Use that breath, you guys. And again, sometimes it helps to just kick those knees, focus on anything but what you're doing, right? I could try to tell a little story. Then the slow, yes. Yeah, exactly. Just get through it. It's more fluid, I think. 8 more seconds, you guys. We're almost there. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Excellent work. Take it back into a nice child's pose. Grab a sip. Grab your mat if you haven't already. And we will meet you back here for mat work in the end of our workout. All right, welcome back. Last part of our workout, mat work. So we're gonna be starting on all fours today. You see the way Mary is. And we're gonna do our pelvic floor breathing that we always start our mat work with in this position. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, and as you inhale, release the belly and release the pelvic floor, okay? And then as you exhale through the mouth, suck in those abdominal muscles and tighten that pelvic floor, okay? Let's do a few more of these. So inhale, release the belly, release the pelvic floor, and exhale through the mouth, tighten that core, and pull up on that pelvic floor, okay? Let's do 2 more breaths here. And if this is too much for you, you can do this on your back. Mary has a great video if you want to access that and do your pelvic floor breathing that way, okay? And take one more breath. And then for the next one, as you exhale, I'd like you to lift your knees up ever so slightly as you exhale, okay? So you inhale, let the belly come out again, release. And as you can see, Mary is exhaling. She's just barely lifting her knees above the mat. It's like an inch, maybe two at the most, okay? If that's too much for you, it's quite a challenge. If that's too much for you, just keep it on all fours and continue with your breathing. Let's do one more of those. And exhale. Excellent work. Okay, so from here, come to all on your forearms as Mary's doing. Extend that leg out and lift the leg up and down, up and down. So these are nice controlled lifts. It's not like a swinging, or as our dance teacher, Miss James, would call it the beating of the leg. It's not a beating of the leg. It's a nice gentle lift up and down. As you can see, Mary's back is flat. She's not extending or opening up her hips that way to get her leg higher, okay? You're staying centered, using that mat and the floor as a guide for you as you lift your leg up. You can flex your foot, you can point it. They feel different, whatever kind of seems nice to you today. Let's do a few more of these, and we're gonna move it to pulses. 3, 2, and 1. Keep it here lifted and pulse it out. Little pulses, just like we were doing before. Again, you can see her hips are squared off towards the mat. Very important. No opening of those hips, staying nice and narrow. Little lifts. You can see she's only going about an inch up and down, so no more than that. That's what you want, okay? Let's hold it here for 20 more seconds. Should be feeling this. This is a glute-centric workout. Aside, we did some arms just now, but let's do 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Come into a nice, quick little booty stretch. You can kind of wiggle one way and the other. And we'll switch sides, okay? Next leg, second set, here we go. Lifting up and down just like before, okay? Again, no tilting or opening of those hips. It should be kind of, you imagine sort of a glass of water sitting on your back, okay? And you shouldn't be tilting it one way or the other because it'll spill. So that, keeping that vision in mind, continuing with the workout that way. And again, you can try some lifts with a flexed foot. You can try some lifts with a pointed foot. It's entirely up to you. Let's do a few more lifts here, about 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna go back to our pulses. There we go. 3, still keep going, Mary. 2, and 1, pulse it out. She's looking at me like, is this over? It's not over yet. So again, just little pulses, and Mary's now pointing her foot, so just kind of mixing it up, which is nice to do because it does feel different depending on the angle of the foot. Let's keep it up here. Use the breath. Focus on your breath, actually, it helps. Engage the core. As you do this, it'll keep you centered, keep you strong. Let's go for 10 more seconds. Keep it up, Mary, almost there. And then we have one more little round, and then we'll be done. We can stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Stretch it out a little bit. Child's pose is always a good one. And then back to that first side, we're gonna do some, we call them fire hydrants. So knee is at a 90-degree angle, and you can see Mary is just lifting her leg out to the side. Again, it's just like before, where we're not opening our hip to get the leg higher. It's not about the height when you're lifting that leg. It's about keeping yourself centered as that leg lifts, and that's where you're really going to get the workout in those muscles. Okay. I won't have you be here for too long. I know you're tired. Let's do 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the leg up and pulse it out. Just do 20 seconds. Here we go. Use the breath. 15. Almost there. Keep that leg at the 90-degree angle. You got 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. You guys lower that leg and prepare for that second side. Yeah, here, just get right into it like Mary's doing. Here we go. Again, I'm not gonna keep you here too long. I know you're fatigued. Keep that leg at the 90-degree angle. Don't lift it too much so that you're opening your hips. Let's go 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that leg up, pulse it out. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Bring it back into child's pose. Take a few breaths there. And while you're in child's pose, why don't you just sort of scoot your arms over to the right side of the body. You should feel a nice oblique stretch from that. Opening up the chest, opening up the back. And take it on over to the other side, to the left side, like Mary is doing. Take a few breaths here. Really open up that side. And come back to center. Come onto all fours and let's take a few cat and cows. Inhale, arch, looking up at the sky. And exhale, rounding off like a cat, called cat pose. Just do 2 more. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, opening up those shoulder blades. And come back to center. Tuck the toes under and come back into downward dog. Hang out here for a second. Downward dog is one of my absolute favorites. We really want to stretch out the back side of the legs here, okay, because we did a lot of work there. So Mary, why don't you inhale your right leg up behind you, and exhale, swing it forward into a nice runner's lunge. There we go. Smack. So it's just staying nice and low. You should be feeling this in the back of this leg, this right leg right here. Nice deep stretch. If you are comfortable, you can come it down to your forearms to the inside of your leg there. Nice work. And coming out of that back to center, Mary, why don't you, back knee is down, shift your weight back and flex that front foot. There we go. And now we're getting a nice calf stretch in that right leg.
Tighten my hamstring.
I've seen much worse than that. Okay. And let's come back forward and swing that leg back around into downward dog. And same thing, other side, lift up that left leg behind you, swing it through into that runner's lunge. Staying nice and low, taking a few breaths here. And then again, if you're comfortable, you can lower that back knee and bring your forearms to the inside of that bent knee. And Mary's adding a little, little twist. What do they, that's called lizard, I think, pose. Or maybe just kind of fall sideways into that one. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can come out of that, shift the weight back, and then flex that front leg. Again, getting a nice calf stretch, hamstring stretch in there. And bring it on back, forward, I guess you could say. Swing that leg back into downward dog, and walk the hands slowly towards the feet. Bend the knees slightly and come up one vertebrae at a time. Nice work. And let's take an elbow behind the head, stretch out that tricep. If you want to deepen this stretch, you can bring out your other arm, swing it behind you, and try to grasp behind the back. And that'll really deepen. That'll actually stretch not only your bent elbow at the top, but the arm that is trying to pull it down as well. And release, same thing, other side, bend that other elbow behind the head, give it a little support, and then if you would like, reach around. This is always a fun one because you realize how much more flexible you are on one side than the other. I can barely grab on this side. And on the other side, I'm like, this is...
But you guys, if you get on a foam roller and really get like a good foam roll, or take a ball and like get up in here, and then try this stretch,
opens it up a bit.
Yeah.
And release. Let's take a nice few big arm circles to the back, nice and slow. I really want to just open up the chest a bit because we did a lot of mountain climbers. And then same thing, other direction. And inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, lean it on over to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale on over to the other side. Inhale to center. Well done, you guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time.